Okay. Second question. What do you hate about your body? I'll go first about mine. Everything. I hate everything about my body. I'm of Irish descent. And yeah, sure, but I've got the quintessential Irish body type, like stick figure arms and legs, and then when I gain weight, it's all stored in this what I call nasty Irish potato-fed gunt. And why do Irish people, I presume you as well, have what I call a potato-fed gunt? It's because for centuries, all the king would allow was Irish people to eat potatoes, and a lifetime of eating starches means that when you gain weight, it just is all localized around your midsection, like a literal spare tire. Or it's like a flotation device, except it's not buoyant. And I learned that the hard way in a capsizing incident that I don't want to talk about. But so the only time I'm ever able to make like a remote dent in this is if I just don't eat carbs for a month, like a Miss Teen USA candidate. But then someday I'll decide to live a little. I'll go and purchase a discounted 3-pack of Cadbury cream eggs that are on clearance at Shoppers, which they are right now. And I'll go boop, 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 and then I turn into that girl who turned into a blueberry from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Violet Beauregard. Take her to the juicing room, is what I say to myself in the mirror. But I've been told I have nice legs. Whatever, nice legs. Great, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with nice legs. Like what, just never wear pants? Go outside pantsless all the time? And then when I go outside, I'm supposed to like greet concerned parents in my neighborhood who are like, sir, my children are playing. They're like eye level with your junk. Can you please put on some pants? I'm supposed to say, actually, no, I can't. Actually, I can't, because actually my legs are my best feature. So why don't you tell your children to stop getting boners so hard over me? Supposed to do that? Not terribly practical. I'm what is called an apple body type, which is like opposed to a pear body type, which I guess means that you have a butt. It's like, I don't have a butt, and Irish people do not have a butt, and if you're like, oh, I'm Irish, I have a butt, you're not actually Irish. Because here's what happened. Your great-grandmother banged some spice merchant. You are not purebred Irish, and get out of my sight. But it's very difficult dressing for an apple body type. There are very few items of clothing that are favorable to an apple shape. Here's my list of clothing items that are favorable to an apple body shape. Number 1, ponchos. Number 2, capes. Number 3, smocks. Number 4, habits. That's it. And it's not to exclude the pears here tonight, just because I'm all about inclusivity. If you are a pear shape, here, just off the top of my head, here's a list of clothing items that are favorable to pear body shapes. Number 1, pear mascot costumes. That's it. That's all I know, because I don't know your life. Pears. Here's another thing I hate about my body, my hands. Look at my hands. My hands are like if they were casting a hand model for a Tampax commercial directed by Tim Burton. Like, because they're very elegant, like kind of like terrifying. Can you imagine getting your oil checked by one of these? Like, terrifying. But that just goes to show you, this is like, we all, common denominator, we all have things about our bodies we don't like, you know? And at the end of the day, I think that we should just accept them, because as the late Christina Aguilera said, she's dead, right? As she said, we are beautiful in every single way, but there are some things things about some people's body that I don't think can be considered beautiful by any stretch of the imagination. All right, so I have this one female friend who is very comfortable changing in front of me, as she should be. But the thing about her is that she's got these massive pumpkin-sized breasts. They are literally the 9th and 10th wonders of the world. It's insane. She hasn't needed to have a reduction, but to accompany these massive pumpkin-sized breasts, she's got these enormous nipples. Like, they're grapefruit size, slice-sized in their size and viscosity. What it's like is a tundra of nipple. Encapsulates half of the planets that are her breasts. It's like if you were an alien spaceship around her breasts and you want to land, you're like, well, that planet is uninhabitable, is what you would say. And so, I just look at these saucer-like nipples and I am just amazed, I'm just hypnotized. And I just think, oh my God, how did this happen? And so what I do is I picture how this happened. I picture in my mind's eye, I picture heaven or whatever. Right? And I picture God or whatever, like making the blank human slates by which we were all created or whatever, it's a theory. And I picture the finishing touch stages when things like toenails and eyelashes and nipples are being added. And I picture very specifically the nippling process to go thusly, okay? So I picture all of these blank human slates without a soul on a conveyor belt, and one by one they're slid down. One by one they are dipped into this enormous vat or cauldron of bubbling molten nipple, much like the chocolate dip cones at Dairy Queen. If you can picture that same principle, delicious. And you're just supposed to go zoop, bloop, move on. Right? But some people very off the rails. Why is that? They're too top heavy? There's a jam on the machinery because there's some teamster snoozing on the job behind there, so there's a jam in the machine. They go like this, so like, burr, 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 burr. Someone needs to jimmy a broom handle behind them, and then finally they go, but they can't pull themselves out of the nipple. They're drowning in the nipple, right? The nipple is flying everywhere. It's like spilling all over the place. It's a big mess. There's a red light just like that one going off, and it's like, oh my God, our worst nightmare is happening again. Then an angel needs to come and pull them out manually, but at this point it's too late because at this point they have been dipped in nipple. Yeah, and dipped in nipple. That's how that happens. Any Darwinists care to debate that airtight theory? Damn thanks so. I'm Andrew Johnston, and thank you very much.